Hey, it's me, Kimber Wiggins again. It's been a few weeks since I last recorded. As I've mentioned to people before, people that know me well, I was involved with a man back in the mid 2000s, around 2003, 2004, 2005, and 2006. I met him on the Large and Lovely line back in 2003. He blocked me, but then 2 years later, we got back together again. But it wasn't meant to be because my mother interfered. He was telling me that he was sending me letters and she was ripping them up. At the time, I was living with my mother. I had my kid at the time. I don't understand why she did it, but looking back, now I see the reason why she did what she did. He was no good for me. And it took me years to figure that out. I still care for the man. I still love the man. I'll always be his best friend for life. But I'll never be his wife. I'll never be his lover. I'll never be his FWB or F-buddy. Yes, I said it, F-buddy. Because I understand he's a busy man. I understand that his life's work saved his life when he was in that accident in Massapequa Park back in the 90s. But he's thrown away love to pursue his business goals. And it's sad because it didn't have to be that way. I bet he's going to want me back down the line deep down, but I'm not going to be there like in that capacity. I'm not going to be his wife, his lover, his F-buddy, his jump off. No. He was sending out mixed signals. He said he wanted to be with me and everything and wanted to get married, but then he says, basically, all the success and he'll be in the gutter alone, succeed alone and die alone. Those were his exact words. I kid you not when I say this, and I have the FB messages to prove it. It's truly sad when he let himself go like that. I admit that I thought like that one time too. But then I realized, even though I was very busy, I also made time for myself. I also made time for others. I've been just as busy as he is at one point, but I still made time for my friends and family. If he really wanted to meet up with me, even for drinks or to hang out, even just for 30 minutes or an hour, he could have done that. But he didn't do that either. He made no effort. And he said things that caused me to block him several times. I understand you don't approve of the way my life is gone, but you ain't got the right to criticize me, and look at where you're at now. It's a harsh thing to say, but you put yourself in that position. I know I got some stuff that I need to improve about myself too. And I pushed away love, but I had my reasoning. I was going through a lot of stuff. I needed to figure out certain things for myself, and I did. He actually congratulated me because I said I'll be married before I'm 35. I'm 32 right now. It's a shame because he's 53 and he wants kids, but it's not going to be fair to that kid when you're dead at 90. At least I'll live till 90. And with the way his lifestyle is going and with his health, I don't even think he'll reach 80. And if he does, I'll be surprised. I'm not saying this to be mean or cruel. I'm just stating the facts. If you ever meet him, he can confirm that with you. He was telling me he wanted to marry me not too long ago. Not too long ago. As I said on Twitter, he was sending so many mixed messages that I'm like, and I have the messages to prove it. So if he tries to say differently, I can download every Facebook message he has ever sent me, and he'd be caught. And also, he needs to handle his personal business. I'm not going to say what that business is because it's not up to me to say anything. But I'm going to say this. Eventually, he's going to catch up with you. And when it does, I hope not be around when it happens. I'm going to be somewhere else. And I'm going to be somewhere far just watching the train wreck. Because his life, business-wise, is not a train wreck. He's doing very well business-wise. His personal life is something left to be desired. Being a player is no good. You say you want love. You claim to be Catholic, but then you acting differently. That's hypocritical. And I can say that because I've acted like that. If you say you're Catholic, act like one. Act like a Christian. You don't see me sleeping around. I just rather say to myself. I honestly feel sorry for him because eventually he's going to want to settle down and that woman's either not going to go for it or he's going to be too busy around bed jumping. He needs to be careful who he's with. Because you don't know if that girl has an STD that can't be cured. What if he catches it and it can't cure it? What happens then? As I said before, he needs to handle his personal business and conduct his life like a Christian is supposed to. And not say you're Christian, you go to church, but then when you get out of church, you act the fool. That ain't right. I say it this way because I've acted in that life, so I'm basically straight. I don't go to church now. I'll admit the reason why, because I live far from it. And I'm a Mormon still. I've been a Mormon since 2002. It's just that I don't live close to it. I live close to it, but there's no buses that run that way. It's on Brook Avenue in Bayshore. And I live on Suffolk Avenue in Brentwood, here in Suffolk County, New York. And I'm just, once I start getting involved in the church, who knows? I don't know if I'll even remain talking to him. I don't even know at this point. It's really up in the air because I got goals. I want to start other businesses. It's like I'm in business, but it's not at the level that I wanted to be at. It's hard when you're getting SSI and not earning anything else. I've actually had potential landlords asking me, why haven't you found a place? Why can't you handle your business? Why can't you take care of yourself? I've been taking care of myself. I like to see some of those people live on $820 a month and see what they say. And they need to stop criticizing because one day they're going to need me. I ain't going to be there. I'm going to be somewhere watching a train wreck hundreds of miles away saying, I'm not going to say I told you so. I'm just going to say, see where you at now? I firmly believe in the law of attraction. And the law of attraction will just remove me right out of your life. And then when you say why, before you criticize someone, look in the mirror. That's like me. I've lost 135 pounds, but yet I still get people treating me as if I'm still binge eating. Some of those people that are criticizing me are in worse health than I am. At least I exercise. You don't. And then you wonder why you got diabetes and your life is falling apart. Before you criticize someone else's lifestyle, look at your own. I feel sorry for them because I hope they hear this recording. You notice that they don't call me. I guess they couldn't handle the truth. I wasn't cursing or anything. I was just being honest. I truly feel sorry for them. Because one of them told me he just got out of the hospital. He had brouhaha in his house. I'm glad I wasn't there. I'm glad I left Eastern Long Island when I did. I probably would have ended up moving anyway. Actually, I want to go back, though. But that won't be for another year. I'm trying to get my credit score back up. And I say by this time next year, it'll probably be up to 700 and something. Because I haven't made any new purchases. I don't have, my credit is bad. Because I admit I haven't taken care of my financials the way I should. I'm only getting $820 a month. I'm trying to improve. Some of my friends say I shouldn't be getting upset, but then I lost 135 pounds. A sugar addiction? Seriously, if I was addicted to sugar, I would be eating sugar all day, every day. These people are making it sound as if I'm binge eating still. It's ridiculous. I haven't binge eaten over a year. It's been a year. It's been a year since I stopped binge eating. When do you see me eating all day? I eat small meals. I snack throughout the day. That helped me lose the weight. It's like I lost all 135 pounds, but people still treat me as if I'm binge eating. You should say, exercise. Hello, what do you... I don't get it. I lost 135 pounds. I'm exercising. I'm active. But then you still saying I should exercise? You sound like an oxymoron. I'm sorry. You sound like a moron. And I hope they hear this. Because really, I may not eat exactly right, but I know me. I don't binge eat. Sometimes I eat once a day. Sometimes I eat 3 times a day. Sometimes not at all. I'm not going to force myself to eat. If I'm not hungry, I don't eat. Simple as that. And if you want to go criticize, get it online. No, I don't give a you-know-what. And I don't give a rip. Like Craig Rochelle says, he has an email that says, I don't give a rip.com. I feel the same way. I may be a little rough around the edges, but I do mean well. It's a shame that people criticize me for who I am. I don't do porn anymore. Leave it alone. I thought about going back to it, and I actually made some steps, but then I realized it's not a good look. A couple of my friends told me it's not a good look. I only did amateur porn and modeling. I was pro-am. Back in the day, I could make hundreds of dollars a night. But now I don't need to do that anymore. There's some people in the business, one guy in particular, I will never work with him again. He lives in Manhattan. I will never work with him again, personally, professionally. I don't even he lives in Harlem. I don't even want to deal with him. I don't even want to look at him. It's like so many people hate on this guy, and I see the reason why. Look at the way he acts. I'm not going to say anything bad about him. I'm just telling the truth. He's just not somebody I ever want to deal with. He claims to be one thing, but he's someone else. It's like if he was doing so well, nobody would be criticizing him in the way he is. Nobody would. I blocked him on Facebook, Twitter, and I still get caught. It's like I posted a room wanted ad on Craigslist, and he contacted me. He didn't know it was me, but seriously, if I say I want to live on Long Island, don't email me and you live in Manhattan. Because I don't want to live in Manhattan. And even if I did, it would be nowhere near Harlem. I can tell you that. I feel sorry for him. I do. I'll never work with him again, personally, professionally, on any level. And I'll probably never see him in life again because I don't plan on ever wanting to meet with him. I feel sorry for him. Him, his wife. His wife is like almost 500 pounds, and you feed her that food.